Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a game. It's called Splitgate, and it's been out for about a week now. I've been playing it for about a month, and I've been playing it quite a bit, so I have a fair bit of playtime on this game at this point. I've been playing it on PC, so I'm going to be reviewing it from the PC standpoint, so not the consoles. And yeah, let's just get into it. So first I'm going to talk about the gameplay. The overall execution and feel of Splitgate is very good. I think for an arena shooter that's made by an indie company, it's exceeded my expectations for what it would actually be. So I'm very happy for that. As far as the gameplay goes, there's only a select few guns you can choose from, but each gun feels pretty good. They all sound good. They all feel good. There's unique guns more than the others. There's different guns like the sniper's going to shoot longer but give you one-shot headshots, as compared to most other guns won't do that. And then you get like a pistol. The pistol's good. It shoots really fast, and you can do a lot of damage and rack up a lot of damage, but it also doesn't do like a lot of damage. It just shoots really fast, so over time it does quite a bit of damage. And yeah, the gunplay is really good. The hit detection's really good. Since there's jetpacks in this game, it's kind of a big deal, especially with, I feel like a smaller studio would have more of a trouble with getting the hit detection good, because even some AAA studios a while back couldn't even do that, and this team did it really well. So you'll be shooting someone, and then if they're in the air, you can shoot them in the head, and it'll actually register that as a headshot pretty much all the time. The hit detection for the character models is also really good, so whenever you shoot someone in the head, it will actually register it, but if you shoot them slightly off from the head, the bullet will actually miss them. So the character model hitboxes are actually really good as well. To focus on the jetpacks a little bit, I think they run out of gas, or what I would consider gas. I don't know what you would call it, but whenever you use them, they run out kind of quickly, and they're kind of finicky, so sometimes it has a lot to do with your momentum instead of actually giving you vertical or horizontal movement. It's more to do with your momentum, and it kind of gives you an extra extension of that momentum. So you have to kind of play around that, and it's kind of clunky until you learn how it is, and even that sometimes it's still clunky due to how some of the maps work whenever you fall through them. But the main part of the game, which is the new addition in my opinion to basically this game and maybe some arena shooters down the line, that I think is very cool, is the portals. The portals work really well in this game, actually. Probably the first time being seen in a shooter, they work very well. They allow you to move really quickly across maps if you know where to place portals. The portals, when you place them down, you can shoot through yours and you can see through yours, but you can't see through anyone else's, including your team or the enemies. You can go through any of them, though, if they're linked together. So you can go through the enemies or your teammates or yours, but you can't see. You can only see through yours. You can shoot through yours, or you can shoot through all of them, but you can see through yours, so it gives you more of a precision shot. That's really cool. It actually works really well. Surprisingly, I thought that was kind of not be as accurate, but it's just as accurate as like shooting someone when you're not looking through a portal, which is awesome. You can do, and the thing is, you only shoot your portals at blue walls, so you can't just spam portals anywhere you want on the map. It's only at the blue walls, but the blue walls are put up on every map that I've seen so far in a pretty good order, so they actually thoroughly thought out where to put them on maps to let you traverse them easier. So I do like that about the game a lot. I think just the portal edition is just really good. The gunplay is really good on top of that, so it just works really well with each other. So that's pretty much for the gameplay. I'm going to move on to the innovation side. So the innovation of Splitgate is the portals mainly. Kind of talked about this in the gameplay section, but the innovation from the portals allows a new movement system that has not been seen, or if it has been, it's not as frequently seen in any of the arena shooters or shooters in general. So I think that might be adapting to more arena shooters or shooters in general, which is awesome that they let this idea come to the light, and I hope they get full recognition for that, because this is the first game that kind of modern, or at least showed it to a lot of people that this is a really cool concept. So the portals just allows for much much movement, a lot more movement than all the other like futuristic shooters. And on top of that, with that comes a lot more flanking ability, so you can actually eliminate campers a lot easier. So camping is not as viable as a strategy in Splitgate as it is in other games. I just think it's a really cool addition to the game, and really to the genre in general. And then the sound and music, since there's really not much music in this game, we'll be talking about music. But the sound it's pretty good. I think the gunshots and the footsteps is what you're mainly looking for in most of these games that are shooters. And the gunshots and the footsteps are pretty good, but there's some flaws. I still think that it's not as good as it could be. Sometimes when you're like in a confined area, you'll hear like 3 or 4 gunshots going off and you have no clue where they're coming from. And then sometimes you just see the flash before you hear the sound. And then sometimes like the footsteps you don't really hear as well. But overall, it's really good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty standard is what you're going to expect from most games that are like this, the gunshots and people's footsteps. The bugs, as far as the bugs go, there's really not any bugs. I think it's more inconveniences that they should just fix than actual bugs. Like the main one I think of is whenever you're trying to enter a portal, sometimes it's kind of rough to enter a portal. You have to kind of, especially if the portal's above the ground, you have to like kind of jump through it. It's not really forgiving, so you have to just kind of match your body up with the portal's middle section and then jump through it, because if you don't do that, you're going to hit a wall, or it's going to register a hit detection with the wall and you're not going to jump through it. The best way to enter a portal is just to shoot it at ground level, so you just walk into it and then shoot the other one to wherever you want it to go. If you don't do that, it makes it a lot harder. And I think probably the best way of fixing this is maybe adding like a suction to it, to where like if you're making the portal size just a little bit bigger essentially, but that probably won't happen. But overall, and the other thing is mainly just the jetpacks. I kind of talked about in the gameplay. Just the jetpacks kind of run out of gas a little bit too soon, in my opinion. It's kind of a weird system. I don't really think it's the most optimal form of it. But yeah, as far as the bugs go, that's really about the only thing. Everything else is really solid though. The controls in the game, for being a game that just implemented honestly a really new idea with the portals, it's very well built. On keyboard, it's extremely easy to use the portals. If you ever played basically a MOBA before, you played any other like computer game, it's just really easy to pick up on how to use the portals. So I've also heard on with my console friends that the controls on the console is actually really good with the controllers too. So they did a really good job implementing a new feature with new controls and doing a good job with that. The overall fun factor of this is actually very good. I think the game is a very fun game. The gameplay overall is really good. With friends, it's really fun because it's basically just another shooter, but you know, it's just really fun. I like the goofy game modes. You know, you got all your like big head team snipers. You got some game mode. You got another game mode where you just use the railguns and you charge them up, and they have no charge, so it just shoots all the time. That has like infinite ammo, and then you know you have like Team Rumble or something like that. And then you have ranked, which is just ranked where you just do 3v3s, and that's more like a sweat game mode. And the casual game modes are just kind of your normal game modes that you would expect from every other shooter at this point in time. But yeah, with a good amount of weapon diversity, good hit detection, and the maps make the most of what the portals can do, it's a very good game. I think this game deserves overall, on my rating score, an 82.7. That's what I would give it. And on the fun and functional scale, it's an 82.7. So yeah, that's what I'm going to give Splitgate. Thank you for watching. I'm probably going to be making more of these in the future, so if you want to subscribe, you can, and I'll be making more of these. So yeah, have a good day. Bye.